Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast. Oh, man, I was going to do our last time. Do you remember when I cracked that pop right at the pause?
I know.
I was going to do that again. I totally fucking flaked on it.
Totally forgot.
Hey, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hey, Larry. Glad you're here and early. Been talking to Larry a lot this week.
You working a lot this week?
No, I've been talking to Larry a lot this week.
No, I know what you mean. Normally you only talk to you when you work.
When I work. No, and you don't talk to anybody when you work, so.
I know.
So that's this one.
You only works if you know where the button is.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a little slow. So thanks, guys, for joining us tonight. This is episode 168. I just want to thank our Patreon members, Larry from Bowling Green, Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Omar from Detroit, Delivery Cats from Michigan, Jamie from Tennessee, Frank from Philly, Joe from Grand Rapids, Nate from Florida, and John from California that I didn't put on the list. But
we have a new one?
Yeah, John McCallion. Don't you?
Oh, Dad John. I'm sorry.
If
sorry,
you took
John,
a shit 10 minutes ago, you wouldn't remember if you took a shit.
Wait, did I?
Yeah, did you?
I don't know.
Anyways, guys, thanks so much for joining us. We're going to jump right into gig economy in the news. So a couple of these videos definitely have some music in it, so we'll probably get demonetized, but we don't make much money on YouTube anyway, so fuck them.
We don't give a shit.
We don't give a shit at all. So the first one is about a guy that talks about being used for extra stops and not getting paid for the time, which we'll have to discuss after it. These girls get a little nasty to him, but I think he holds his ground, does a good job. So watch that and then chat.
The timer's for 5 minutes. No.
Yeah, it says 5 minutes, so why can't we just go to the drive-thru real quick?
Because I don't get paid for the stops.
Okay,
It's supposed to be a pick up and go kind of thing.
Oh god. This seems like way fucking longer.
Way longer.
Whoa.
That makes
After
no sense.
the stop only lasts for 5 minutes.
Right. That's why the drive-through. Just give me a chocolate shake.
But do you understand how it will take longer than 5 minutes? Regardless.
It's gonna take longer than 5 minutes.
Going through the
You're
drive-thru.
the only person that's ever said that.
You're not. I don't get paid for the stop.
Okay, I didn't know that you were hard on the money that badly.
Okay, I'm gonna cancel the ride. You guys can get out. Please get out of my car.
Fuck you. I'm gonna
Please get out of my car. I'll end the ride right now.
Shut up. End the fucking ride.
Please get out of my car.
End
Thank
the
you.
fucking ride and I will.
Okay, I'll end it right now. Get out of my car. Thank you.
Keep telling me to get out, I'll spit on you, bitch.
Go ahead and spit on me. The cops will be here in fucking 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay. She said she's gonna spit on me, so.
Ooh.
Yeah. Get the.
So he was frustrated because he doesn't get paid for the stop. So I want to talk about that first.
Right.
So you get paid for time, which is, we all know, is ridiculous. I think it's 10 cents in our market.
Right.
But what does he mean if they added a stop? They don't add extra. I mean, they do a little bit, but
It's probably one of those situations where they add the stop again after they got in the car.
right. But don't you think that, I guess I don't understand what he means when he doesn't get paid extra, or like if they had added a stop, or maybe I'm not understanding exactly what he was saying then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it made it sound like first the girls wanted him to go through the drive-thru and he refused because it would take too long.
But it sounded like they did add a stop because he said it's 5 minutes.
Right.
And so he didn't want to wait there because it was going to take longer than 5 minutes, right? But then he said
That's
you
what they
didn't
said,
add.
yeah.
But I thought he said something, you didn't add a stop. But I'm like, wait a minute, if they know that it takes 5 minutes. But irregardless,
It was kind of weird, but either way,
they were being rude about it. And
they were being definitely rude. But so let me ask you a question: if you found yourself in it, wouldn't you just go through it?
yeah.
Do you think you would have canceled it and move on?
Well, I think he canceled it because she said, what, are you hard up for money or something? I don't know if you heard that.
I did.
Oh, okay.
But he kept complaining.
Yeah, I think I would have.
There's no doubt they were bitches, right?
Yeah.
They were in the wrong.
Oh, 100%. They were in the wrong.
But would you have been complaining all along and just kind of?
I mean,
think
we
he
don't
would
know
have.
what led up to that. He obviously clipped it
True.
somewhere. I assume if it was bad enough, he would have kept it. But no, I probably would have just done it. But if they were giving me shit about it, like I think he still would have been fine with it until they were like kind of disrespectful. So.
No, true. I mean, and honestly, he could have just not stopped. Right? He could have said stop, keep going, and then go on to the next one.
Well, I think but I think they wanted him to go through the drive-through, and he said no.
Right.
Yeah, but either way, respect your Uber drivers, respect their time. They don't make that much money, and just don't be a bitch about it. So,
but the respect goes both ways too. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't his fault by any means, but his actions wasn't respectful either.
I disagree. I think he was very respectful. Like, what? How was he disrespectful?
I wouldn't have canceled it. I guess.
Well, they were being. That was. I would have. I would have done exactly what he did.
I guess if it had gotten to the point where they were so weird, then maybe I would have. I guess I don't know. But I feel like their reactions was in contrast to his reactions. He kept on complaining.
But he wasn't. If you go look at the comments of that post, everyone's like, "Oh, you handled that so well." Like, and I think he did. I think he was calm. If that was me, I would have been cursing. I'd be like,
"Oh yeah,
you know
that."
But my point is like you put up with a lot of abuse, and that's not a cut on you, but you're able to swallow a lot of that. Where for somebody like me, and like, no, you're not going to disrespect me in my car. I mean.
Right.
So I think he probably should have just sucked it up, Buttercup, and just did it, and then maybe rated him 1 star. I don't know, but I
mean, the other thing you don't know is, I mean, I've had several situations like that where it ended up in a big tip.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You don't know that, right?
Yeah, and we don't know what happened before that.
We don't know the whole story, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to him because I don't know the whole story either. So it's not that.
All right.
So next one, I found it. This is it's an article. It's actually from this month because we know we can't be reporting on old news.
Yeah, what was his name again? Jiminy.
I don't know.
Jiminy.
He doesn't matter. That's what matters. So it's from Insider Magazine. It's from October 17th. And what I thought was interesting was that the title goes, "Meet the typical gig driver, a millennial earning up to $40 per hour who doesn't have another job and depends on your tips." So it's an interesting story. Basically, the gist of it is that, it's the younger people, or the millennials, if you will, a higher percentage of them are doing gig work than workers before that.
Yeah.
So that's basically what they're seeing. They're seeing this down through time, if you will. More and more people, more and more younger people are using the platforms to make extra money, both as side money, but also as full-time hustles. But then what I thought was interesting was that a lot of people keep bringing up this $40 an hour, like it says in the title. Now, down in the article, it does say that most of them, there's a guy from the known YouTube channel. You know what it is. It's the big famous one.
About gig work?
Yeah.
The rideshare guy?
Thank you, the rideshare guy. So one of the drivers, one of the people on that channel is basically saying that it's more like in this particular city, it's more like $20 to $25 an hour that they are. That's more true to the real. And that's usually before but before expenses there. Thank you. But that made me think, though, I mean, most nights when I go, and I know that the difference is, and the article does address that actually, that the part-timers who can go out and do whenever they want to go out, they tend to be able to have a higher hourly rate because they can pick and choose whenever they want to. Right? And honestly, and I'm not patting my own back, but most nights when I go out, I make $35 to $40 an hour. Now, that is generally, most nights, that's before cost. So that's before I subtract gas. Right? So that brings it to about $32, $34 an hour. But that's still not too bad, I think.
Not at all. I think that's great.
And then you get to subtract the mileage as well at the end. So
Yeah.
So that's that. But the gist of the story is just mainly that a 2021 Pew Research survey of 10,000 adults found that 18% of 18 to 29-year-olds had worked for a delivery platform compared to 7% of 30 to 49-year-olds. And 9% of 18 to 19-year-olds and 6% of 30 to 49-year-olds surveyed by Pew had driven for a ride-hailing app. So basically, the younger crowd, it was much higher percentage. But then they also say that it's definitely also based on income. So the higher income of the population generally don't drive at all. So it's very much low income to medium income, if you will, that drives. They're the ones that will go out and do the gig jobs. So, which I think makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we've always talked about 100,000 times is like part-time is always better than full-time. But then, you bring up Gabe, you know what I mean? And Gabe, I hear some of the bonus he's getting. He's taking the week-long bonus and then doing the weekend bonus. I mean,
So Gabe is driving full-time.
Yeah, but my saying is...
But he still takes, I was going to say, he still drives whenever it's best.
Yeah, he's not driving in the middle of the day.
Right.
He's doing mornings a lot. And I think, and again, market specific, but I think he is able, he's one that can maximize the full time, but I don't always think that's the way. He's still being skillful with everything he does. But I wouldn't just blatantly go out and drive full time without putting a little research and stuff into your market and those things like that.
Nope, not at all. But it's, I think it's proven to the point that gig economy is here to stay. It's, the increase, people are still doing it. Younger and younger people are still doing it and have used it at some point. I think it is in a lot of ways. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I forgot. So I'll keep going. Sorry about that.
You're beautiful. Moving on to the next one.
I'm drinking beautiful beer. I can tell you that.
I'm not sure what this is. Guy hit me up, say you can send another driver. I say no, why? He says you're driving too slow. I say you can cancel. He says I'm not canceling my ride for you. I pull up 15 minutes to get him and said I'll cancel it now and got another hit.
Yeah, I don't know what it's for either. I saw it in the chat. So.
And then you just put it to talk about?
Yeah,
but even though you didn't know what it was about, I think
I didn't post it. Somebody posted it.
Did I post it?
Yeah, I didn't do it.
All right, I'm fucking going in there. I'm gonna, because I see we have a chat that we specifically. No, you posted it.
I posted it.
Yes, sir, you did on 5/23 on October 17th.
I suck.
You do, but I understand what he's saying is basically that. He's wanting the customer to cancel and the customer won't cancel. So he drove there. And I had a story about that a month ago where it was a Comfort and I wouldn't cancel and I drove all the way there. And then realizing like an asshole that the Comfort is a longer cancel time. And then I ended up only getting $7. And I'm like, nope, I should have canceled.
Yes.
Speaking of Comfort, go ahead.
No, I was just going to from learned. How long is the Comfort cancellation time?
Isn't it 10 minutes?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay.
It is way too long.
Way too long. So I'm gonna pivot here and add this, and then we'll just talk about it since I added it late, and I can do that real quick, and I'm awesome. So Lyft recently announced that they got rid of Lux, which we talked about, and Lyft added the Comfort like Uber did. But what they really added is you can now choose XL and Comfort and not Lyft Classic, which they call it. And that's amazing because Jesper, since Lyft came here, has not been able to filter out the crappy right now. With Maximo, obviously you can do that. But I mean, as much as I love Maximo, if you didn't want to do all the other settings, this is a much better feature to be able to do this.
It's built in, and
it's quick and easy. It's yeah, and now you could do that for Lyft and Uber, which I think is awesome. I'm interested to see how this what actually extra comfort is. Are they just trying to name it different from Uber instead of just Uber
Probably.
Comfort, Lyft
Yeah,
Extra
probably.
Comfort?
I was just thinking, I've never actually taken an extra comfort ride. I've never had that before until just now.
What do you mean an extra like taking a ride as a passenger?
I've never taken a passenger with that's using Lyft Comfort.
Well, that's brand new.
Right, just gonna say, yeah.
Like
so
it literally
just came.
coming out this week.
See, I'm an expert. I know
you're an expert, all right. Didn't you hear me say like a month ago we talked about them getting rid of Lyft Lux, which we never had here.
We never had Lux, no.
No. So it's new for us, but what were you going to say?
No, it's just I'm excited about being able to drive Lyft and Comfort because I always drive Excellent Comfort only.
Well, you always do, but the last couple of times you said you tried, but you weren't able to pull it off.
Well, that's only when I drive for a Quest, I can't.
I see. It's the Quest that throws you off.
Oh yeah,
because you
gotta get the rides.
Yeah.
But honestly, most nights when I do Excellent Comfort only, I don't do much worse. I mean, I do pretty damn good. Making money doing that way.
I'm really glad that the weather has changed. I think that's going to help.
Oh yeah, we need some more rain. We need some more snow.
Well, that last time I worked, it rained that weekend, and that was the weekend I was able to do the 50 rides in a day and a half because people didn't want to walk.
Right.
You know.
Did you hear that Winterfest is coming again to Grand Rapids?
The Winter Beer Fest?
No. Winter. Like they do that. From January through April, of January to March, where they have that winter, all the sculptures and stuff downtown. So there'll be a lot more opportunity to drive around with people.
Is that that's a 3-month thing?
Yeah, it goes from the end of January to start of March. So 1.5 months, 2 months.
Tom comments. I think this was from last show, but Uber Pro Card for Diamond drivers pay cash back 9% at mobile. That's good. See, we talked about, what are the benefits, and there are some, and like 9%. I mean, if you're fueling up every day, 9%.
Now, can you match that up with your upside?
Yeah, that's it, Tom. You'll have to answer that. I don't know if you use Get Upside, but that would be really nice if you could do that.
Yeah,
that would
10% off in gas every time. So that would be cool.
So
yeah. This is a TikTok. Why don't you show it?
I forget which one it is. I gotta label this shit.
Just play it.
Oh yeah. This one.
That's some good weed. Smell me some good weed. Hello, puppy. Yeah, puppy. You tell them the package is there, puppy.
That's some good weed. That's hilarious.
That's some good weed.
That's some good weed. Man, that's a good camera. Let's watch that again. Damn, that's a good
That's
camera.
some good weed.
I don't know.
Smell me some good weed.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just kind of funny. I mean, I'm sure you smell all kinds of stuff when you're delivering packages.
I had that discussion with my wife the other day. She was out. We were out. It was the night we went out. The night before the picnic. Actually, we went downtown. And she was, and I think she's right. Everywhere downtown at night now, quite often you see you can smell the weed smell all over the place.
Oh yeah, it's like a haze.
Yeah, I
mean you get used to it, but yeah, I mean if you're not used to that smell and you haven't like been downtown, it's just because you're not supposed to smoke it in public, but people do. I mean, once it was illegal, and I think everyone knew that was going to happen.
So you're not allowed to smoke it out on just walking on streets?
Mm-mm. It's just like alcohol.
I didn't know that.
It's just like alcohol. I mean, obviously had those social areas. That doesn't even include weed. That's just booze. But like it's open intox, just like anything else. But my point,
that's so interesting because that's in Denmark. You can drink whenever you want.
Yeah, I don't understand that you can't drink on the sidewalk.
What's the purpose of? I mean. What's the purpose of not being able to have a glass of beer outside?
Well, what's the purpose of not being able to sell alcohol on Sunday? Like that used to be the law for so long. Well, it still is. You can't buy it till noon. Like,
because you don't want, we don't want, all the sinners sinning on Sundays.
Well, yeah, we don't want, alcohol to make sure that they don't go to church because they're too
No.
drunk.
No drinking alcohol until after church.
Yes, exactly. I
And
mean,
we're all good Dutch people.
I remember, I'm sure I brought it up, but I had neighbors where I lived because you couldn't even buy alcohol in Ottawa County on Sunday. And so they would drive to Granville, buy their booze on Sunday, their beer while they watched the football game because they couldn't buy it in Ottawa County.
Michelle used to work at Meyer many, many moons ago, and she told me a story. It's so funny. So there was exactly one of those stories. So you couldn't drink, you couldn't buy alcohol at Meyer from 2 a.m. to mid afternoon.
Right.
So here's the guy. He comes running into the store. Right. He literally runs in. It's like 1:45. He goes, I just gotta hurry. And then the line is crazy long. So he's like paying everybody $10 to get up in front of the line, right? And here's the most fun thing, Jason. It's the same night the clock goes back. So at 2:00 now it's 1:00. So he had plenty of time.
Oh, well, he's drunk.
I know.
Oh my gosh. So he paid all that money.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
He had like this 12-pack of beer ended up costing him like $70 because it paid everybody $10.
Gosh, what is it? What is it with people that man, when they want their booze, like they'll do anything to get it. Like, not that they're alcoholics, but they're like, I got this feeling, this party going on, and I don't want it to stop. So like they'll do everything they can to get that last drink. Fucking hilarious.
That is, definitely.
So this one's kind of weird. I put it in the someone hacked my Uber account. Joke's on you. They didn't hack mine, but it's Uber Lyft drivers. And it says, sabotage is a real thing. Someone is going inside of my Uber account and stealing the number of trips I've completed. I've completed close to 4,000 trips, but it went down to 2822, and today it's down to 2130. Someone is really going through a lot to defame me. So, I mean, it's hard to see, but the numbers are different. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if someone's actually hacked it or if she's just...
What's the purpose of it, though?
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, she says... Oh, you're zooming it. Yeah, it has
Who
changed.
Cares?
Well, it's defaming her. Like, that's what you said. Someone's going through a lot to defame me. Like, you don't get any fame for the amount of Uber drive you do. It's just strange to me.
Yeah.
I think she's on methamphetamines. That's what I think she's on.
Did you see her
Cancellation
rate went up too?
Well, it's 44%. Like, how the fuck?
Yeah, but then it was 44. But then after they took away 700 trips, it was 51%.
Yeah, but my point is, how are you still driving with a 44% cancellation rate? Like, I have a 3% cancellation rate,
Right.
And she has a 90% acceptance rate. So, I don't know. I think she's a little crazy. I should have read that. Well, there's only 5 comments, so who knows? It probably was just like, what are you doing, ma'am?
This next one here is absolutely ridiculous, and I think is absolutely the number one reason as to why I'm not delivering for Sparks or any of those.
Oh God! So yeah, I had to pull these screenshots. So a lot of New York State has gone to no bags. So like you can't even get them. You can't buy them. Some states have gone to, if you want the plastic bags, it's 10 cents. So my guess is they take that money and give it to, I don't know, recycling centers or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
But this is the first picture. Oh, nope, I did it backwards. So this is the food in the car. So obviously got all that shit in there. And there's the bag. Hey, got the furnace filter. That's important, y'all. I changed mine today. So this person got a lot of... Let's go back to that. They loved, so we got 1 24-pack, 2 24-packs of Dr. Pepper. Then we'll go to the next picture. Another 24-pack of Dr. Pepper. So they love the Dr. Pepper. Can't blame them. And then the final shot is like all this shit. Oh,
look at the Dr. Pepper is open.
Oh, I just saw that. I was just going to say that. I didn't even see... Well, probably he fucking dropped it, but I don't understand why...
I would have thrown it against the wall.
But like how... I mean... So like most stores like Aldi, I mean you could get bags there, but Aldi doesn't provide them. You can grab boxes. Costco, no bags. You can provide. You can get boxes. I really think the plastic bag thing has gotten out of control. I do think we need to eliminate them. And I'm kind of a hippie when it comes to that stuff. And I know there's a lot of bullshit that's involved with recycling, especially plastics, not so much paper or cardboard, but the plastics, it's kind of scammy.
So it's actually been like that for 20 years in Denmark. You have to pay for plastic bags.
But where does that money go? Is it going to?
Oh, it's a governmental fee.
Gotcha.
So the government gets the money. The store don't get to keep it. The government gets the money, and it goes to help recycling.
Yeah. No, I don't know how they recycle those bags because you can't put those plastic bags in your recycle bin. You actually have to bring them to Meijer, which I do like once every 3 months. I bring them there, but I wonder how they actually recycle those, if they melt them down
I throw mine away.
Do you? It's fine. I do. I mean, I use mine to pick up dog shit, so you know what I mean. Like I do recycle them though. I do bring them.
The kid later. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, at least I'm using it for something. I feel better if I'm like, well, we use it in our bathroom trashes too. You know what I mean? I feel better if I'm using it a second time for something else. But
sure.
Yeah, but no, I will recycle them. But yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of money in plastics right now, so the recycling.
But let me ask you this question here then. So we obviously know that Shipped and all these services are not going anywhere. They're here to stay. So is this bag problem something that they have to solve? Is that something that if you want to use it now you have to every time, maybe there's a bunch of reusable bags. So whenever you get 2 bags, you hand 2 bags in. I mean, I don't know. What's the solution?
I think the solution is that Instacart requires you to carry reusable bags. And then when you get to the customer, you just unload it on the porch like that guy did. I don't think you should try to load the groceries without any bags because that's dumb for you, right? I mean, obviously he probably got surprised on it and he's like, what the I would have canceled it. For me, I would have been like, I'm not delivering this. You're not loading that shit in my car.
But what if the customer has 3 empty reusable bags already ready for them to drop? So he can pick up 3 empty bags and
no, you're going to pick up the bags and then drive to the store?
No.
Oh, you can swap them out?
So envision you have 10 bags.
Yeah.
Right? As a driver, you always have 10 bags. You go to the store. Oh, you have 3 bags. I'm going to take 3 bags. You're going to here's 3 more bags.
I like that.
You give the store 3 bags, and then you go to your passenger. You go to where you drop it off. You drop off 3 bags. You get 3 bags.
Yeah. I think that's actually perfect. I mean, I can see some holes in it with people not leaving their bags out like they're supposed to. Like I can see that. As long as the customer or the company takes the hit for that, like if the customer doesn't leave their bags, whatever.
Well, you could just say the customer didn't leave his bags, so it's $5 extra per bag.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, that would be a hefty fee, wouldn't it?
But you have to make it enough that it's worth it for you to drop out, the bag.
Well, yeah, you have to make it painful enough so that they make sure they leave their fucking bag. I like that idea.
This is why the can system doesn't work. 10 cents, who cares? Nobody cares about 10 cents.
See, I disagree. I think it works great. Do you ever see cans on the road? You see trash. You don't ever see pop cans.
That's true. But it needs to be more. It needs to be more.
They need
$1.
No, what they need to do is they need $1. What they need
to
do.
Can you get rid of that guy?
Oh God, that's the second one tonight. Oh, I can't do it. Oh fuck, I can't do it on Twitch. That's the problem. It's all right. Who cares?
Who cares? But anyways, this is the number one. I would never ever do this. Never.
Do what?
Like if I got somebody just emptied the bags in my car seat, no, get them out of here.
I think he rolled up and then they're like, yeah, customer requested no bags. I would have been like, yeah, customer can fuck off because I'm going
cancel
plenty of other work besides this one. But yeah, I'd be interested to interview somebody from New York to see how they are doing that, because I know in New York State, or maybe it's New York City. I bet it's the New York State though. they're pretty liberal
I would
with that.
not do that. I would not do that.
Yeah, but I like your system. I like that idea. Have 10, you start out with 10 bags, and this is how we do it. It would be a pain in the ass, but it would be a good system to keep plastic bags out. The problem is, and this is going to break everyone's heart, but everyone knows this truth. We are not the polluters of the earth.
No.
We're better than everybody. Well, maybe not the smaller countries like Denmark and stuff like that. But I mean, for the amount of people that we have, like it's India and China. They're just pouring shit. And I mean, look at the rivers are black. You know what I mean? Right. So, but I try to do the best I can to.
But look at what America was like 50 years ago.
Yeah, true. Well, there's 350 million people in this. I mean, it's a lot.
No, I know. But the interesting part, then, if you look at it, so have you ever looked at some of the pictures of Mumbai during COVID?
Mm-mm.
It was beautiful blue, like the sky over Mumbai.
Yeah,
because all the factories were shut down. It was so beautiful. It was just crazy, and people are living it like, this is insane.
Yeah, why aren't we doing something to slow this pollution down?
Yep.
It's only one Earth, y'all. Once it's gone, it's gone. So, well, we'll be dead.
We don't care. We'll be dead.
All right.
We do care, actually.
Obviously, because I'm recycling and I'm trying to do the best I can, reusable energy, all that stuff.
He has an electric car.
Even though they say that it costs more pollution to mine the cobalt for the batteries.
Nickel, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I think that technology will be getting better too. All right, we have to talk about this one too. God, that's a big picture. Because we talked about it. Can I write up? Just curious. I don't know if this guy was trolling or not. I sure hope so, but just curious. Does anyone use shoes as an expense for tax purposes? Because I'm sure walking a lot more doing this job, and I'm wearing out my shoes at a much faster rate.
So I actually think it's possible.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
really?
Because in some jobs, it's part of your what's it called? Like
uniform.
Your uniform, yeah.
Yeah, it would be like when I did lawn care, it was, but not for a gig worker. No one's required. I mean, are you required
where's
to
the line in the sand? Where's the line? Why can't you say I need to buy, these three pair of pants, these three pair of shoes because I'm using them so much more, and it's a business expense. Who's going to say?
Well, they'll say, well, you don't have to wear shoes. I mean,
that's bullshit, Jason. You're going
to have to wear shoes to go into the restaurant, but I mean, once you get outside the restaurant, you don't have to wear shoes. I mean, I'm being ridiculous, of course, but I'm just saying, the IRS would say that.
So I'm not 100% sure, but if there is a tax professional among our listenership, we'd love to you to comment on it.
Readership, you're so fucking old.
Listenership.
But here's the thing: where do you draw the line for that? Like, I need these 64 pairs of shoes, and they're all Nike Dunks to do my job.
Of course not.
Well, that's the thing.
Don't be ridiculous, right? That's the thing.
Hey, I was curious. So, how many miles do you think I've driven? Speaking of tax write-off, now I'm going to break this down into business and personal. And personal means I'm driving the bus too, because I only can do 2 categories. I'm not going to do more than 2. How many miles do you think between driving gig work and personal life, that includes bus driving, that you think I have driven for this year?
This year?
Yeah.
18,000 miles.
30,000 miles.
Oh.
12,000 of that is Uber and Lyft.
Good job.
I'm in the seat a lot. My ass is getting wider. Okay. What do we?
Your wife might appreciate that.
She was. I think we only really have 2 more, so let's just do the Instacart one. We're not gonna play the whole thing. I don't know if it's staged or not. It kind of feels like it is, but we'll at least play the first minute. It's just about someone that is frustrated without getting a tip as an Instacart worker, and was starting to take the food back and canceling the order or something. So watch that, and then we will wrap this bitch up.
You can see how much work it was and why I should be getting a tip because of how much work this was.
No, you don't deserve a tip. You certainly don't.
Why do I not?
You're crushing the ramen noodles for
I'm
one.
not crushing anything. The ramen noodles are perfectly fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, they're not.
They're perfectly
I just saw
fine.
you crush them.
They're not crushed. And why does it matter anyways? I'm
You're
taking
not
it back to
good
the
at
store.
your
They're
job,
not for
so
you
why would you
anymore.
get a tip?
They're not for you anymore. I just told you why I should get a tip. I had to pack all of this in my car and bring it to you guys and unpack it. You did not pay me. You paid the delivery app.
Food, okay?
You paid the delivery app. You did not pay me. Do you not understand that? No, I'm taking all of this back.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No,
you guys can get your refund, and another delivery driver can deal with you guys. I'm not going to deal with it anymore.
you're stealing.
No, I'm not stealing it. I'm taking it back.
How do we know you're going to
I'm
take it back
taking
to the store?
store.
How do we know you're going to take it back to the store?
You'll get a receipt. Trust me.
No,
you'll get your
I
receipt.
won't,
Yeah,
okay?
you will. I'm gonna go take it back to the store.
I just don't.
I don't need it. I don't need all this
You're
stuff,
gonna get
so I don't
fired.
have a reason to have it.
This
So I'm
is
gonna take it back to the store. I
$400
don't care
that you're
how much
stealing.
it was.
You're stealing.
I'm not
over
stealing it. I'm taking it back to
$400.
the store.
No,
What
you
don't
are.
understand?
You are. You're gonna go
Clearly,
to jail.
you're not understanding because I'm telling you right now, it's going back to the store. You guys can get your money back, and you can hire another driver.
You can't just take things.
Go ahead and
that
drive
don't belong
another
to you.
driver.
No, you can't take.
Go ahead and
I didn't watch it this
get
far.
another driver to.
You can't
bring all
take
this
things
back
that don't
you
belong
guys.
to you. You clearly don't understand how this. To confirm the order, it's my property.
That doesn't
Or do
matter.
you not
guys
understand
can
what
just
property
get your
is?
refund back so that I don't have to deal with you guys anymore.
No, you're gonna lose your job.
No, and at this point, I'd rather lose my job than have to deal with you guys. At this point,
You're
I'll
gonna
just give
load all of it up.
I'm gonna load it all back
You
up,
are
and
so
you guys
illogical.
can get you guys' return.
I feel like this is just a waste of time. You're just wasting your time.
I'd
That's
rather
probably
waste
why.
my time than deal with you guys at this point. I'd rather you guys.
Why'd
deal
you
with another
fucking deliver it
delivery
then with no
person,
tip?
and then you can see that they're gonna have an issue as well because
We're not gonna
you're not
tip.
tipping. Then you're gonna have
I
an
mean,
issue with them
tipping
as
is
well.
optional for
and
a
this
reason.
is gonna
If-
become a cycle. It's gonna keep.
If they
happening.
wanted it to be like mandatory, why didn't they make this like
I
a
don't
thing?
know. I don't make the rules for these apps. I just work
I mean,
for it.
then
And
why
I'm
don't you
wondering
complain
why
to them
guys
and
don't
just give
tip.
us our food?
We do complain. Have you not been hearing about the strikes?
She's
You guys
kinda
not watch
sexy.
the
Do a
news?
better job.
What?
Do a better job.
I did a great job, actually. I delivered all this stuff to you. I loaded it, unloaded it, and I got it here early. So I'm confused how
You
I
feel
didn't do
it's
a good
fake?
job and why I don't deserve a tip. That's how you show your appreciation.
Clearly, you don't deserve a tip. You're not even giving me my groceries.
Well, no, I'm not because you guys didn't tip me. Like, what are you understanding?
You don't deserve a tip.
That-
It's optional.
Okay, I
And
don't
just
deserve.
because it's optional doesn't
Great,
give you the right to
great. You said I don't
take
deserve a
my
tip, so now I'm
groceries.
going to return it back, and you guys
No,
can get
you're
your money
literally
back.
taking my
That's
groceries.
right.
Yeah,
you
I'm
frozen.
taking your groceries
You're
back to the store.
stealing my
I'm
groceries.
taking your
Why can't
groceries
he
back
hear
to
me?
the store.
Okay, so you're stealing my groceries,
Oh,
taking
it's
them
a
back to
remote.
the
Back to the
store,
store.
and
I'm
then
an
I'm gonna
idiot.
get you fired.
Go ahead.
Because
Go
you stole
ahead.
my groceries, and then I'm gonna call
Okay,
cops.
okay.
That's $300
Go
worth of
ahead.
charges right there. So that's a misdemeanor.
Go
Or it's
ahead.
a felony for you.
Go ahead.
I just
At
want
this
to
point,
I want
at this
to
point,
lay out the logic of
Go
all
ahead
of
and
this
lay it out for
you.
me. You guys are going to get your refund back, and then
No.
you guys can deal with
It's
it
more
from
than
there.
just
It's
a
not-
refund.
It
You've
has nothing to
stolen.
do with me anymore. So once I return those back to the store, it's up to them for what they do.
All right,
with it,
you know
okay?
what? You take everything.
I'm
You take
going to.
everything,
Yeah.
and you have a great day. We are
You
going to
too.
report this.
Go ahead.
Probably gonna keep it for herself.
That's what I'm thinking, but
Okay, guys. First of all, I was talking to you that whole time, and I realized you can't hear me because you're remote.
Right.
I'm like, I even said, "Oh, he can't hear me because we're remote." So I was saying, do you think it's fake?
Oh yeah, I think it's totally staged.
Really?
It looked like she had a Tesla.
She did have a Tesla.
Yeah, wasn't it a Tesla she was putting it back into?
Yeah. What does that matter,
She obviously has money.
Well,
it's all staged.
bro? You can be an Uber driver and rent a Tesla.
No, I know, and so maybe that's what she's doing. But either way, why take it back? There's no reason to take it back at the moment. Just take the loss and don't take the ride. Take the next time.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Because here's my thought is, so she has all of it. What is her take? So she thinks she can just take it back to the store and cancel it? How did that work?
Well,
Can you do that?
I don't know. I guess she'll probably just put customer refused or customer wasn't home, and then they bring it back to the store. It used to be back in the day, like, I think if it's a smaller order, they may let you take it, but that looked like a Costco order. There was a lot of Celsius in there and stuff like that, but you said it was totally fake. There were moments that I felt like it was fake because it went on for 3.5 minutes, but there were moments that it felt real too.
Well, that's true. I thought it was staged.
I didn't think it was staged the whole time. I don't know.
But they just staged part of it?
Well, no, you're not getting a rim shot for that. There's no way. That's not even good. I guess my point is if I know I get fooled on this stuff a lot, but why would you want to stage it? What would be the point? What would be the internet clout you're trying to get? I mean, other than
it's the proving, it's the whole tip debate. Why are we tipping? Are you tipping because it's part of the service, or are you tipping because they deserve it?
Right. I don't know. But what I said, and you couldn't hear me, and I thought your screen was frozen because you were just like watching the video and you like literally weren't moving. And I'm like, why did she take the order in the first place if there was no tip? I mean, you see the tip up front.
Right. And she saw it was a big order.
Big ass order. So, well, anyways, guys, thanks so much for joining us and watching and listening. This episode, if you're watching, comes out on all audio platforms on Monday morning at 6 a.m. So you can listen there. We appreciate it if you download the episode. That would be great. Also, if you would love to come on the show and talk gig work, if you're a gig creator or a worker, we're always looking people to interview. Reach out to us. I know I got a few emails out and haven't heard back, but definitely looking for somebody in November. If you want to do that, come on this show. We're laid back. I won't let Jesper yell at you. I'll mute. You got that one. Too much. But yeah, we'd love for you to come on. And as always, guys, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road.
Good night. This podcast is produced and edited by Hey Guys Media Group. Want to start a podcast? Check out heyguysmediagroup.com.